I'm Ashton Addison for InvestmentPitch Media, and today we have with us Simon Langdon, the CEO of EYEfi Technologies. Simon is a tech entrepreneur, accomplished electronics engineer, and an embedded coder with a high degree of commercial acumen, having successfully built and commercialized many large-scale IT products throughout his 25-year career. Simon is responsible for EYEfi's vision, along with the creation and commercialization of EYEfi's technology and products, and is a global patentee of SPARC. Simon, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time to come on today.
Thanks, Ashton. I'm Simon Langdon. I'm the founder and CEO of EYEfi. I'm an electronics engineer and embedded coder, and also a tech entrepreneur. I basically built products and commercialized products for Telstra, Australia's largest telco, for about 7 to 8 years before starting EYEfi. Essentially, EYEfi develops situational awareness and intelligence gathering technology, and we sell our products to government and industry customers via large brand resellers and distributors. Our product suite consists of our centralized EYEfi cloud platform, to which our various products out in the field all connect, such as our IoT sensor offering, our automated incident management platform, and also the fact that these are all powered by our SPARC technology, which I'll get onto, I think, a little bit later in the interview. And also we have a Spatial eye application that we're developing for the smartphone, which is also powered by our SPARC IP.
Your team has developed and patented the SPARC technology. Can you explain a little bit more into the technology itself?
SPARC enables you to know the geographical location of anything you can see or look at in the real world. We currently use this technology on fixed and mobile camera applications out in the field, and fairly soon we'll be introducing this onto airborne cameras, and we'll be releasing this on the smartphone application, as I mentioned as well, Spatial eye, which we'll be making some announcements about in the near future. Basically what it does, it allows you to point the camera at something in the field of view. It may be just meters away or even miles away, and SPARC will calculate the exact geographical location of that target point of interest and then present that on the map for a user within the application. The application exists on both the desktop using a web browser and also on mobile devices as well. This is really groundbreaking, foundational and disruptive technology that has the ability to transform how we use static and live images today to monitor, interact and explore the world around us in ways not previously possible.
Great, thanks, Simon. Now, I'm curious, what makes EYEfi technology unique and brings a competitive advantage to the market, would you say?
EYEfi's IP powers our product suite and is patented all around the globe, including in Australia, New Zealand, the US and Canada. So all the target markets and regions that we're planning to operate in, we have that patent protected. EYEfi's technology and our product suite is focused on solving problems for our customers, and that makes it quite a sticky solution. This unique capability becomes embedded in customers' processes and underpins their business, really. And that makes it sticky, but also prevents churn as a result. So once customers start using this technology to solve problems in their business, it then becomes embedded in the way that they operate. Next to this, our people, of course, are our biggest asset. And we have incredibly strong relationships beyond our immediate team with our other channel partners and partners around the globe that we are developing. All of this, of course, makes EYEfi a very robust business that has strong competitive insulation.
It seems that applications are pretty widespread. Can you talk about some of the main applications that SPARC is being used in and can be used in?
So SPARC powers our products that we sell, but we'll also be releasing SPARC as a downloadable software library that will enable EYEfi to integrate this into other specific applications and, importantly, other vendors' products, and also to develop a community so that SPARC can be integrated into other industry applications, including consumer products as well. SPARC is a small footprint set of algorithms that can be coded into all sorts of platforms and applications. I'll name just a few here. autonomous vehicle manufacturers, drones and UAV manufacturers, smartphone manufacturers. So Spark, given the way that it operates, can be embedded into these technologies as well. So the idea here is that it doesn't just exist within our products that we build and we take to our customers, but also other technology vendors can then code this capability into their technology, and that can start to unlock a whole lot of opportunities that we wouldn't normally be able to address in that space. Essentially, our products are focused more around government and emergency services organisations, but look, once Spark is unlocked in that embedded sense with other technology vendors, then we see this having opportunities in social media companies, cloud service providers for search and mapping utilities, application developers to build it into their own applications, and also medtech companies as well is another area where we believe that Spark is going to have a very important role to play. So while we're focused on government and emergency services, asset and infrastructure managers, the licensing of our core IP will unlock what we believe will be significant growth opportunities for our business.
Can this technology also work for aircraft, drones, and even VR, XR on mobile phones as well?
That's correct. Spark is a small footprint set of algorithms and code. So this, combined with the method that Spark uses to calculate geographical targets, means that this code can be easily embedded into aircraft and drone platforms to provide real-time targeting capabilities, or geo-pointing capabilities as it's more commonly known. This also applies to smartphones, which will be seen in the upcoming release of our Spatial app. This will put the power of Spark into the hands of individuals, which will enable an entirely new on-person capability so that users can target anything in the field of view using their phone's onboard camera. For aircrafts and drones, traditionally this capability has involved minutes and in some cases hours of post-processing time. Spark is a mathematical real-time process, so results are available instantly, and it's also covert, making it ideal for government, emergency services, and even defence applications to better inform and expedite decision-making processes.
Great, thanks, Simon. I'd love to hear about some of the partners that you're already partnered with to deliver some of these solutions.
Okay, so in Australia, we're working with Telstra. They've been a partner of EYEfi for some time. As I mentioned earlier, they're the largest telco in Australia, and they're a multinational. They have points of presence all over the globe. Telstra are really focused on, being a telco, are really focused on our bushfire detection aspect of our technology. So we have cameras on fire towers here and also on emergency services vehicles. But importantly, those cameras can provide real-time geospatial targeting of bushfires and hotspots and plumes. And also we operate through Telstra the incident management platform for the roads authorities here in Victoria. So we process 3,000 plus incidents every month on the road network. And that is a completely automated process. There's no human intervention involved whatsoever. What that technology provides is live video, situational awareness for incidents that occur on the road network using cameras and GPS tracking devices that are installed on those emergency management vehicles. And then the centralised traffic management centres that manage the road networks and manage traffic are able to then get live information, the exact location of an incident, live video, and have that spatial information available to them through our centralised EYEfi cloud platform. Because it's fully automated, that means at the end of a month, management can run a report and know exactly where those incidents occurred and have access to all the associated video and all the locations of those incidents as well. So it becomes a system of record that's independent of how their people operate and doesn't, as I said, doesn't require any human intervention. It's all automated. When those vehicles arrive at incidents, they start recording, they get live video streaming, and they're able to get any information that they need in relation to that, and then review that later on. At the end of the month, they can run a report and be able to independently understand exactly what incidents occurred and where. And ultimately that leads to better decision making, but also to planning as well. So they can utilise their workforce in the most efficient way and also know what level that workforce, what level of efficiency that workforce is being utilised and operating at. We have Jeff Sharp with us today. Jeff works over at Transurban, but he's also an advisory board member to EYEfi. And we've been working with Jeff now for some time in that business, in the stormwater sensor technology area, to be able to apply that to their road network. And Jeff's going to talk about that now.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sharp. I'm the General Manager of Technology Partnerships and Innovation at Transurban. I've been a civil engineer for 25 odd years, but really interested in technology and IoT. How can we get better information to make better decisions? So I've used the EYEfi technology at two organisations I've worked at now, both at Downer EDI and at Transurban. So Transurban's a toll road operator. Downer EDI are an industrial engineering company using working across a lot of different sectors. Worked very closely with the founder, Simon, and we developed one of his existing products, which is a sensor for monitoring rubbish bins. And we developed that to monitor stormwater drains. And that had a fantastic benefit for those businesses, because it meant we didn't have to go and inspect those drains. We could tell when a drain was blocked, and we didn't have the risk of roads flooding. So really great use case, and it was fantastic working with EYEfi, who were flexible, understood our needs, and were able to adapt one of their existing products and create something totally new. Since then, we've seen EYEfi's commitment to R&D, which is huge. So they're always developing new products. Even with their existing products, we get great support. So we're always able to work with them. If we've got an issue, it's very quickly resolved, particularly in new products. And we've been working closely with them on some of their cutting edge products. And then seeing some of the other things they're doing in public safety. So detecting bushfires, monitoring the horizon. And we're very interested also in their automated incident detection management system. So that's something that's a real game changer, I think, for the way people manage traffic. And some of the new products we're starting to see coming through, leveraging the SPARC technology, will be useful across so many different industries that, just hugely excited. And the best bit about all of this is it's all accessible from one single EYEfi cloud. So we can go and manage devices on those smart drains, or it can be smart rubbish bins, or it can be that, the automated incident management system as well, all from the one platform. So absolutely fantastic to deal with the team at EYEfi. And from my perspective, they're producing game-changing technology.
We have several other large multinationals whom we're in discussions with, and we'll have some announcements coming up on that shortly. Fujitsu is another partner of ours, I should mention, who are a large IT services business here in Australia and New Zealand, and they are primarily focused on our IoT offering. So that's our sensors that operate out in the field to do both waste level detection in waste bins, and also those sensors are used in stormwater drains as well. So I think Jeff mentioned to provide real-time alerts around stormwater pits that exist in the road network to prevent flooding, and also to prevent the need for routine inspections of those pits, which are a costly exercise. And you can do all of that now with EYEfi Cloud and our IoT sensor product with the click of a mouse, and know exactly the status of your drain network, and then be able to conduct planning, and it also assists crews, of course, with real-time alerts when there are flood events to know the status of those events as they're unfolding.
Great. Thanks, Simon. Now, looking forward, what are some of EYEfi's main goals throughout the next 6 months and through the rest of 2021?
EYEfi is expecting significant growth over the next 3 years through the meticulous execution of our business model and our plans. So that includes things like continuing to solve problems for our customers using our foundational technology, growing our business and our team in Australia obviously is a priority, and then also continuing to secure large resellers in Australia, New Zealand, the US and Canada, and even Asia and Europe as well. Each of those regions we plan to establish a point of presence and support our partners locally through having business development managers that work with those partners, as I mentioned earlier on. Ultimately, this will allow us to grow our revenues and our income and our market cap, ultimately our shareholder value.
Great to hear. That's an ambitious roadmap. And as well, looking way down the road, 5 to 10 years down the road, can you talk about the horizon for EYEfi and how you envision it in the long-term future?
So over the horizon for EYEfi would be really this IP licensing of our core technology that I mentioned earlier. So the application for this that we find probably most exciting will be in the areas of autonomous vehicles and autonomous flight. We also have opportunities that we're exploring in the medtech area, embedded on-person technologies, and this is really an extension of what we're doing in the smartphone space. But I think that we look at companies like Neuralink, Elon Musk's business, and Tesla as well, companies like that. There's opportunities for us to include this technology in embedded devices that are on person and allow you to have this Spark capability built into that. One example, for argument's sake, is Neuralink. This is a device that gets embedded into your brain, and our opportunity there is to use the Spark technology as an embedded capability to be able to, if you can imagine, I explained this earlier, to do with the use of a smartphone and being able to point that at something and know exactly where it is that you're looking. Similarly, in a Neuralink application, you'd see this embedded into that device so that you can just look at something and know exactly where it is. So anything that you can look at in the real world and focus on, whether it be just meters away or even miles away, you'd be able to know exactly where that is in the real world. It's geographical location, and then have that translated onto an application on the phone, showing the pin on a map, and then being able to get all sorts of other information around that, such as the nearest restaurants or cafes or any other data that can then be clipped into that result would then be available as well. So I think that autonomous vehicles and autonomous flight, currently today, autonomous vehicles use a variety of sensors for situational awareness and intelligence gathering to know, if you like, where that vehicle sits in the real world, and also what its spatial environment or its 3D surrounds kind of look like. Spark extends those sensory capabilities from meters to miles. So I often refer to Spark as beyond LiDAR. So LiDAR technology would be used to create a 3D map of the surrounding of the vehicle. Again, that has distance limitations. Using the vehicle's cameras and embedding Spark onto those vehicles, and this would apply to a drone or a UAV as well. Suddenly you can get situational awareness for objects and points of interest that are now miles away, not just meters away. So we think that is transformational technology to be used in those applications, which is really going to be quite disruptive and extend those capabilities today significantly. So we see those areas for growth as a key part of where our business is heading.
Great. Thanks so much, Simon. And as you look down the road, what do you think will be one of those key factors to success for EYEfi in the long term?
I think that, both the key factors for success also pose some of the challenges for us as well as a business. So I think getting the right capital investment to keep us ahead of the curve is going to be important. And of course, the right people and partners to provide us with scale. Also, focusing on marketing, which is something that most of our sales activity to date has been in a rather targeted fashion and has involved established relationships of ours. But marketing now to our broader customer base and prospective customer base, both here in Australia and New Zealand, but overseas as well, is going to be really important. And we're ramping that up over the next 3 months, of course, with this campaign that we're entering into to market the business into those regions. And we're well placed to do that. We've recently established an advisory board. Jeff Sharp, who you've met on this interview, is one of those advisory board members here in Australia. We also have Ian Meredith up in the US at Boston Scientific. He's come online as a advisory board member in the US as well. So he's helping us unlock the medtech opportunity specifically in the US, and also sitting alongside us for some of the other key developments with partners that we have discussions in place with already. And again, we'll be making some announcements about that in the near future.
Thank you so much for your time, Simon. I really appreciate it. How can viewers learn more about EYEfi Technologies and follow along?
Yeah, thanks, Ashton. People can head on over to eyefigroup.com to explore our website and learn more about our products and services. There's a link there on the homepage, which will take brokers and investors straight through to our splash page for this marketing campaign, and they'll have all the information they need to get right there. But partners and customers can just have a look at the website and get everything they need to know about EYEfi. And there's a form there for investors and brokers to fill out. We'd love to hear from them. And of course, we can arrange a direct briefing session with interested parties.